Anytime a promise is fulfilled, there's joy. And one of the words associated with Christmas, I would just encourage you, look on some Christmas cards, drive around and look at some Christmas decorations, and I would imagine you're going to see this word a lot, right? Joy, peace, these are words that pop up around Christmas all the time. Why? Because Christmas is associated with joy. Promises bring joy, and fulfilled promises bring great joy. I'll say that again. Promises, when you have a need in your life and somebody comes along and says, I'm going to meet that need, what does that give you? Joy. But when they come through and the promise is fulfilled, you don't just have joy, you now have great joy. There's a difference between joy and great joy. Take a look at the shepherds, because the shepherds describe this in Luke chapter 2, verses 6 through 11. While they were there, the time came. This is when Jesus was about to be born near Bethlehem. The time came for the baby to be born, and she gave birth to her firstborn, a son. She wrapped him in clothes and placed him in a manger because there was no guest room available for them. And there were shepherds living out in the fields nearby, keeping watch over their flocks at night. An angel of the Lord appeared to them, and the glory of the Lord shone around them, and they were terrified. Now let's see what the angels say. But the angel said to them, do not be afraid. I bring you good news that will cause great joy for all the people. Today, in the town of David, a Savior. Read those words with me. Not will be born, not might be born, has been born. So there that night, as these shepherds were out in their fields keeping watch over their flocks, the angel showed up in their midst, and they were terrified. The angel said, no, don't be afraid. What's happened in your midst is this: the one that was promised, that the joyous promise that was given hundreds and thousands of years ago by God has now been fulfilled. And so it's not a matter of having joy. I want you to have great joy. Don't be afraid, because you have great joy because the Savior has been born to you. He is the Messiah, the Lord. So a promise brings joy, but a fulfilled promise brings great joy. So at what level should our joy be?